Today I'm going to start off my day eating a pure protein chocolate salted caramel bar. And I'm pairing it with probably my third cup of coffee at this point. These bars are really delicious. Of all the bars that I eat, next to the Atkins, which are off the wall delicious to me anyway, these are really good. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about them. For those who aren't familiar, they sell them at Walmart. I got a 3-pack at BJ's. I believe Sam's also has them. They're just about everywhere. Okay, so one bar is 50 grams in weight. This bar has 200 calories, 5 total fat, 4.5 grams of saturated fat, 20 grams of carbs, 0 fiber, and 19 proteins. So this is going to be 2 power fuels because, as you can see, it does not have any fiber. Okay, so I'm putting a small carb in my pocket from breakfast. We'll see if I end up eating it. Tomorrow's weigh-in, so my plan is to keep everything very light today. As of this morning, have stayed the same, 135.6 from last Friday. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking for a maintain this week, so I'll be good if I even achieve that between today and tomorrow. I will be back with the next thing I'm going to have. It's probably going to be lunch. For my lunch today, I'm going to be out and about. I have a few stores to go to. I will go to my Adams Fair Acre Farms and have a delicious cup of coffee there with my bar. I'm going to show it to you before I go. I won't be opening it because I'm not going to be having it here. This bar is 200 calories. It's, how much does it weigh? 1.8 ounces. It has, let's see, 7 grams of fat, 4.5 saturated fat, 24 carbs, and 6 fibers, and 14 grams of protein. This is a meal replacement bar, and it is from Nutrisystem. Obviously, it says that, right? And I did say already it has 200 calories. So I will be having that, and I will see you the next time I eat, which will probably be dinner. For dinner tonight, I'm just going to call this an international flex meal because I don't really know what else to call it. But it is Nutrisystem compliant according to the formula. So I will begin with, this is my cheese quesadilla. I have put 90 calories worth of this Velveeta shreds onto I put this in the pan, obviously with some cooking spray. So then I put one of the tortillas, and these are the flour. They're from Aldi, low carb. They're 60 calories a piece. They have 15 grams of fiber and 4 grams of protein each. So I took 2 of them because that makes a small carb for me. And I have leftovers from this afternoon and a power fuel. So I needed to figure something out. And I didn't want to go heavy duty because tomorrow's weigh-in. So anyway, okay. So I warmed up the pan, sprayed it with the cooking spray, put one of the flour tortillas, spread the cheese on, put some Mrs. Dash because I have to have flavoring. Then put the other one on top, and then just, you can see they're cooked on both sides. It's pretty simple. This is my version of a healthy General Tso's or General Tso's chicken. I got this from Real Life with Rach. I did share her video in the Facebook page today. Please take a look at it. She has a lot of good, quick, fast meals. Some of them are compliant, and some of them can just be tweaked to be compliant with Nutrisystem formula. It's not a big deal. Anyway, so what did I do? I picked up this chicken, and I took 120 grams of it. I made 130 calories worth, I should say, on top of a cup and a half of my cooked Great Value steamed broccoli from yesterday. I then added 2 tablespoons of this, it's not the steak sauce. I added 2 tablespoons of teriyaki. I don't know, I put it back and then I took it out. The G used teriyaki, so we'll just move it so we don't have confusion. Then, this is the General Tso's that Rachel uses. It's the Berman's from Aldi, and I put 1.5 tablespoons for about 30 calories of this as an extra, okay? teriyaki doesn't count as anything. It's 5 calories a tablespoon. And then I put less than a quarter teaspoon of sesame seeds on top of that. A quarter teaspoon is 5 calories. So either way, even if it was a quarter, it doesn't count. It's free. So yes, I'm looking forward to eating this, and let's move on to dessert. What am I doing for dessert? Okay, if you watched my whole video today that I put up earlier, then you'll understand all about the oats and honey that I purchased at Aldi. I should say granola cereal. It is compliant with the one from, although not 100%, but close enough for my comfort, with the Nutrisystem breakfast oat cereal. Oats and rice, I think it's called. Anyway, what did I do? Okay, so this time I took 113 grams of the fat-free cottage cheese for 70 calories. And I mixed in a teaspoon of peanut butter powder. So the two together comes out to 87 calories. That's a power fuel in my book. Then I added in a little peanut butter flavoring, and I added in maybe 1.5 teaspoons of the confectioner's sugar, the Swerve calorie-free, and mixed it nicely. And then I measured out, so the whipped cream topping, the non-dairy topping, is 25 calories. That's an extra. So then the granola weighed out, 20 grams of the granola is 80 calories. So altogether, this is 185 calories. The chocolate syrup does not count. It's 5 calories a tablespoon. I may have 1.5 tablespoons, not worried about it. And the reason it's so calorie heavy for dessert is because I had extra power fuel and smart carb left over from today, and I tried to use it up because I didn't finish them all. And that's the story. So on that note, I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And actually, I'll come back on to chat because we did, almost forgot, I always do this, reach 101 subscribers today. And I will double check before I start talking about the gift giveaway that I'm doing. Make sure we have at least 100. I'll be back. Well, hello there, my friends. I hope everyone is doing well today and that you've all had a great day working on your goals, as I have. As I mentioned before, I did post in our Facebook group this morning or earlier today that we had reached 100 people. And as of this moment, before coming on to make this video, this part of the video, we have 102. So hopefully we'll keep at least 100 for a while. I thank you all very much for those of you who have chosen to subscribe. I thank everyone, even if you're not subscribed, for watching my videos. It makes me feel wonderful to see that people are enjoying my content and spending any kind of time listening to me, right? I mean, come on. That speaks volumes. Like somebody cares about listening to me. So my purpose in coming on is to go over the rules, the couple of rules that I have, in order for me to send out a gift, a free gift. Obviously, it doesn't cost anyone anything to receive it. But you have to be subscribed to the channel, to my channel. You don't have to be in the Facebook group, but you have to be subscribed to the channel. You have to vote today. You will be voting, and that's going to be your comment, because the second rule, subscribe to the channel, like, and comment. Now, all you have to do to comment is put 1, 2, 3. 1 or 2 or 3. Then what I'll do is I'll compile a list of names. I will put them into some sort of a container, and I'm going to hope that my friend Terry is going to choose the person's name, and we're going to make the announcement. And when that person's name is announced, I'm simply going to ask them to send me an email with their address so that I can mail it out to them promptly. So what are the choices? Okay, I had to write this down so I wouldn't forget. Number 1, these are items from Pampered Chef, by the way, is going to be the Spring Summer Cookbook for 2021. It has a lot of nice recipes in here, and it's the perfect time of year to be receiving it. And, pardon me, I'm also going to include whichever of the 3 someone might choose one of these little scrapers. These are great for whether you're using it on a Pyrex or whether you're using it on your stoneware, or you're using it on cast iron, whatever type of pan. Even if it's a non-stick pan, it won't damage it. It's made of plastic. And you'd be surprised how much this gets off, especially if you have stoneware, or if you have pretty much anything, it will help get it off. So that's number one, okay? The Pampered Chef Season's Best Cookbook, Spring Summer, with the scraper. Okay, number two, I'm going to be sending out, if someone chooses this, these are called Enrichables, and there's one, these complement Nutrisystem or any diet that you might be on, or food plan, pretty much. These are, one pack is pea protein, and the other pack, I'm sorry, it's backwards and you can't read it, is kale and fiber. So this would be a choice, and you can just, this goes into anything. You could be making marinara sauce, you could be making a stew with brown gravy in it, anything that you like. The pea protein obviously packs your recipe with more protein, and the Enrichables kale and fiber will pack it with more vegetables and fiber. So these two, and again with the little scraper. That's number two. If you forget, you're going to have to, I guess, go back and watch the video. I could also list it in the top of the description box. That's what I'll do. I'll list it there. But you also have to comment on something in the video. So it's not like you can come in. I mean, you wouldn't know it if you didn't watch the video, right? You'd have to watch it to the end to get to this point. But you have to watch the video, obviously, to make your comment, because this is the end. So I will include 1, 2, 3. Make it easier if you forget. You don't have to watch the whole thing again and, you know, scan through. Okay, so number two, we have that done. Now, number three is a summer recipe card for onion burgers. And I'm going to be enclosing this package of 3 onion, which is absolutely delicious. 3 onion rub. And it's one of the ingredients in the burgers. So you'll get the recipe and you'll get the rub. And this is more than enough rub to use for other recipes. It goes in just about anything you would put onions in. And it's really delicious. And that is also going to come with a scraper. So, 1, 2, and 3. So now that we've gotten this out of the way, moving on. Today's food, tomorrow is weigh-in for me. I was 135.6 this morning, which is exactly what I was. I don't know why it's fading in now. Sorry. Last Friday. So if I wake up tomorrow and I weigh in at that weight, I am perfect. Because Mother's Day was this week, and I was not a perfect Nutrisystem follower, whatever we call ourselves, I don't know, but I wasn't perfect, obviously. And what I have to say is I did go kind of through an emotional thing, which I'm sure holidays are emotional for a lot of people. For me, it wasn't about being a mom, it was about being a daughter and a granddaughter and a daughter-in-law. And it was kind of rough this time, and I don't really, I mean, I always miss my mom. I always miss these 3 important women in my life, and my other grandmother as well. But for some reason this year, it was, I don't know, it was just on my mind. And it was sad, that part of my thinking. Otherwise, I had a wonderful Mother's Day, and I couldn't be more blessed in my life with my children and my husband, my family, my sister, nephew. But yeah, sometimes holidays throw us off. And I've talked about this several times now because we've gone through holidays. And April was like into May, it was one long holiday, the way it ended up for me. And I'm happy to say that if I go to a barbecue, I may not do too much damage, because that'll be one barbecue at someone else's house. It won't be my refrigerator full of stuff. And when I bring to a barbecue, I could tell you if I end up being invited to this where we would be going if there was a barbecue, there is a table of goodies, and I am not going to sit here and tell you that I would not sit and have a little bit of something, of maybe several things, not so much for the chips and stuff like that, but the goodies, because they're homemade for the most part. They will be homemade. So what happens the next day, as Kim was saying today in her video for her weigh-in, and I did share that video along with a few other videos in our Facebook group today. I shared 4. 2 are Kim's and 2 are Real Life with Rach. She was talking about, it was just one day, and we're not going to worry about that, which is what my running theme is. But even I stumbled. So I'm glad to say that my head is in the right place, and I did not. Actually, today's the first Thursday of pretty much my weigh-in Fridays that I'm not looking to have something and sabotage myself. I have something. I didn't have my dessert yet, and that's going to be a really nice, healthy dessert, and I'm looking forward to it later on. And I'm not in the mindset that I was a few days ago when I came on. I'm in a good place, and I'm happy to be back there. Kim encouraged me and said I would go back there. I just didn't know when, and I'm happy that it happens sooner than later, like before this weigh-in tomorrow. So whatever it may be, win, lose, draw, whatever, or I should say lose, stay the same. I don't think it'll be a gain. I'll be really surprised. I didn't eat a lot of salt today that I think of. I did have those dressing, the GUs and the General Tso's, but I had bars today. There's not a lot of salt on bars. So anyway, on that note, I am going to say goodbye now. And I'm going to thank you once again for subscribing. And those of you that are not subscribed and don't want to subscribe, I much appreciate that you watch my videos. And I want to thank you anyway. And if you do enjoy the content, if you wouldn't mind commenting and giving me a thumbs up, that would be really appreciated. And I will say goodbye for now, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you again.